Welcome to Enjoying Life, a program of music, chatter, and friends, designed to put a refreshing moment in your day. Now, please welcome your award-winning hosts, Dr. Jerry and Little Jan.
Here we go, Angel. Here we go. Well, it's good to be back in the studio and doing some more television.
We just got back from Florida.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Boy, didn't we have a great time down there?
We had a really good time. We left to get into the warm, but we left the good warm because
It's been a good winter here,
yes,
too, and across the races that we've heard from. But, you know, we were in Florida, and we work Christian cruises. Some of you know that, some of you don't. Boy, we had a great cruise this year, didn't we?
Great cruise.
We always go in February. That's the one we work mainly. And we'd love to have you go with us.
We sure
do. You ought to give us an email and ask about it, because you can go on a Christian cruise as cheap as you can go to Daytona or Tampa or Key West or Myrtle Beach on a week's vacation.
That's true.
And have a wonderful time.
We had a blast in Florida this year.
We really did.
At the churches and at the concerts, it was just wonderful.
It was. There seemed to be, and you know, for people that fully understand it, there seemed to be a special anointing in many of their services.
There was.
I remember one time, particularly in one of the services, God was just blessing so, and when there wasn't shouting and that, I don't mean that, but a sense of God's presence was so strong that before we could actually get to the close of the service, there were people who were coming for prayer and kneeling in different places across the auditorium because there was a sense of God's presence. Well, it's time for us to sing.
We're going to sing a good song.
And you know, some folks we sang this song several months ago, and you know, there's nothing wrong with repeating a song. You know, if you like a good song, Amazing Grace, or When We All Get to Heaven, or Blessed Assurance, you can sing them over and over again and get a blessing. This song is a good song, and some folks asked us to do it again. So if you were that person or one of those that requested this again, we want you to enjoy it with us. And so we want you to listen. Let Jan sing to you and let it be a blessing. Listen to what she's singing.
I was thinking of a woman who had long endured her pain when she heard about a healer who could make her well again. Cautiously she walked behind him, and through the crowd she made her way. On her knees she touched his garment, left there healed and whole that day. Just one touch can make the difference. If there's faith enough to try, on your knees reach out and touch him. There's a healer passing by.
You know, the Bible said she'd suffered for years, but one touch.
Like the one who touched his garment.
Sing it, honey.
If your faith is strong and real, whatsoever your affliction, by his bruises we are healed. And when you're overcome with trials, and you sometimes wonder why, in his hand you'll find the answer. There's a healer passing by. Just one touch can make the difference. If there's faith
touch him, there's a healer passing by. Just one touch can make the difference. There's a healer passing. There's a healer passing. There's a healer passing by. Amen, amen. Don't go away. We're going to have some great singing in a minute.
Well, we're glad you stayed with us. Aren't we glad they're here?
We're glad that you're here.
That's right, because we got some very personal friends. I've been knowing these folks since Moby Dick was a minnow. I mean, for years and years. And they're great people and have a great ministry and music. I don't
And
think
they
either one of them
just
preaches,
sing.
but I know they could if they needed to.
I tell you what, I think they could.
Let's
preach a little
introduce
bit.
them so we
Let's
can talk,
introduce-
okay?
Let's do that.
We want you to join with us with a round of applause and love. Let's welcome Wayne and Darlene Shirey of the Shireys. We're so glad you're here.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know you don't preach, do you?
I do not preach.
But now, your mother is a preacher.
She was. She
She
passed
was.
away 3 years ago.
Oh, I
but
didn't know
got
that. I'm sorry.
I got that natural.
Did you get that naturally? Because in her meetings, you and your sisters used to do a lot of singing, didn't you?
Me and my brother. Yeah.
And your brother.
Right,
Oh, your sister
yes.
and your brother.
Yes.
Oh, I see. What did you call yourself? Just,
We didn't.
oh, you didn't?
We just sung.
Oh,
you
I
know,
see.
when
I
we were growing
understand
up,
that.
you know,
You just
we were
sang,
in just
didn't you?
revivals from here to there and everywhere. So
Tent
we
revivals, yeah.
We just went and sung.
You know, I remember 40 years ago or 50 years ago when I first. How long have we known these folks?
Well, I've known them a long time.
Well, you were in the furniture business. You owned your own
was,
furniture
yes.
place,
I
for
did.
years and years.
Yes.
And then the family grew up and y'all were singing. Tell me about that. How long ago has that been?
We were in the furniture business for 33 years.
33 years.
Yes. And then we felt the call to sell the furniture business and go full-time music.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Wendy Bagwell was in the furniture business.
Right.
Of course, you knew that.
Yes, he was.
But and we sang, but he didn't feel the Lord wanted him to sell that furniture store.
Yeah, there were
and
days we wonder.
I know, and it's still running today. His daughter,
his
Wendy.
daughter runs it. Now,
runs
her
the
name is
store.
Wendy too, but she
Yeah,
carries it. Yeah.
Bagwell Furniture.
Yeah.
Wendy
That's
Bagwell
wonderful.
Furniture, as a matter of fact. Yeah.
Well, how long have y'all been singing as a family? How long? Wayne, did you remember one time you filled in with singing with us one time?
did.
Yeah, sang tenor. That's
With the
how I did.
Goffs?
With the Goffs, yeah.
That was
Somebody
before
was
my time.
missing a settlement. They couldn't be at that particular concert, and I knew who Wayne was a tenor singer, and I called him.
Well, when I came in here today, Wayne and Darlene and you were over there singing 1,000 times or more, but they sing that song, and I told both of them, I said, that's where Jerry ought to go. He needs to be with Jerry Goff and the Shireys.
Couldn't live
was-
without you, sweetheart.
I
Couldn't live
tell you,
without
that
you.
was so good.
We
You
worked
guys
together
singing.
for so many years, though,
Yes.
Jerry, way back before our girls were ever born. And they're 27, 24.
Wow.
Our son is now 40 come November.
Oh my
My
Chris
goodness.
was like 7 years old when we were working
Well,
together.
when did y'all start singing as a family?
That's how long we've been singing as a family.
Oh,
We
you started when the
actually-
kids were really small? You didn't
Oh.
wait till you got rid of the furniture store before? That's
Oh,
when you
no,
went?
we've
No,
been singing
we
forever,
sang.
yeah. We started singing, of course, part-time, weekends and,
It's been about 39 years.
yeah.
39
Okay.
years.
We have.
Do either of you or your family, do y'all write songs?
I write, and our daughter Victoria writes. She wrote 90% of the songs that are on all of our recordings.
Oh,
Did she
really?
really?
Yeah, and
Really?
Rachel also writes, yes.
Okay.
And I wrote one.
Oh,
Yes.
did you write one song?
The
Well,
best
you can say
one.
you're a songwriter.
He
you know
did.
that. Yeah, that's good. And how about you, Darlene?
I started writing like 20 years ago, so we recorded a lot of my songs, and then the girls came up and started writing, and Victoria, our oldest daughter, she's doing her own solo ministry now, but she and her husband are traveling to minister. She still writes, and she, like I said, she started writing, so I just kind of laid back and let her have it.
I understand
Well, now
that.
tell me about this. And now the kids are all grown. Do you and Wayne have an empty nest syndrome feeling, or? Wayne, you can answer that.
Well, the nest is empty. But Rachel still travels with us every
Right.
week.
Oh,
And that
does she?
helps.
So we see her every week.
Yeah.
And when Victoria and Aaron, Victoria sings, Aaron preaches.
Right.
So when they're going to Florida or Georgia, they come through and stay over with us. So
Yeah.
we still get to see them quite a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Well, that's
that
good.
sounds good.
Do y'all ever get together as a whole family and do maybe another concert or
We've
like
done-
a
We've done a
reunion?
couple. We've done a
with
couple.
her,
yes.
yeah, a
Is
little
that
reunion.
good?
Yeah,
That's
it's
wonderful.
So much
Oh, I
fun.
bet it is. Yeah,
We-
the whole bunch of you
We
singing
did
together.
it at our Christmas
Our
concert.
Christmas
Okay.
banquet. We have an annual Shari's Christmas banquet every year
At our
And
church.
so,
Well, you know, about a year ago or something like that, we were in Florida, and you called and asked us to be a part. What was that you asked us to be a part of? Was that a reunion or Christmas, or what was that?
probably our Christmas banquet at that point.
I think it was.
Yeah,
I think it was our Christmas
We do an
banquet.
annual Christmas banquet every year. in
Oh, do you?
Columbia.
Well, we
At our
still
home
got to do
church.
that. That'll be
Yes.
fun.
Now, what is your home church?
Elmwood Avenue Church of God in Columbia. We've been
Oh,
there
my
for 32
goodness, yeah.
years. Yeah.
Is that Columbia, South Carolina?
South Carolina,
South
yes.
Is that Bull Street? They used
It is.
And
Yes,
you've
it
been
is.
there, Jerry.
Yes.
yeah.
Years ago, you sung there.
Yes, indeed.
As you realize that we just stood up here and talked like we were in the house, sitting on the couch.
I know.
When we get with old friends, we don't know anything else to
Always
do,
be.
but just talk. Yeah.
You can tell they're old friends when they say, "Do you remember when?"
Right,
You know?
absolutely. That's the truth.
That's right.
Jerry, going back to talking about preaching, Darlene just doesn't have a license. That's all.
Oh, is that
no,
right?
I'm not.
Yeah. I tease Jan, you know, when I run into people that don't, you know, they're preaching without a license, I said they're bootlegging the gospel. You know? They're selling it without a license, you know.
love
But also, do you preach?
No, I don't preach.
You just
I
testify.
minister as we sing.
With our
That's good.
Whatever the Lord leads on my
How
heart.
many dates a year do y'all do?
We've
Even
been
now, I
doing-
mean, now that you're not quite as, you know.
we
with the-
still do 175.
Oh, yeah. at
Oh, my
least.
goodness, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
a lot.
That's a
My
lot.
goodness,
But
170.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
it, Jerry.
Do you?
I do.
There are days I want to quit, and he says, "No, we're not quitting. We're going on." I'm like, "Aren't you tired?"
Yeah, you know.
I don't think you get tired of singing
Oh, no,
something.
not the
and
ministry,
you, and you
just-
don't get, well, you know, but there's a lot that goes into this
is.
that you've got to get prepared for and ready for.
Yes.
And it's not an easy thing. I mean, you know, it would be great just to poof
Yeah.
and you're on stage. That would
Right.
be good. But there's a lot that has to go
Behind
on.
the scenes work. Yeah.
Oh, and it is work. It's
Yes,
hard
yeah.
work.
Yeah, and we do all of our booking. We were with the booking agent at one time, but we felt like it was better that we were getting more accomplished on our own, so we went back to
That's good.
in-house booking, and so we work constantly on our
I bet you
dates
do,
and
yeah.
do all our promotional material and everything. So
Okay, on another side, for when you're not working in the ministry of your music and testimonies and so forth, what do you
What
do
do
to enjoy?
you
Do you
do?
go to the mountain? Do you go to the beach? Do you cook out? What do you like to do?
Lay around the house.
you would be surprised that actually when we're not on the road
Uh-huh.
through the week, we are on the phones in the office, like
What
You
do you
still
like,
work.
What do
all
you
the
want?
time
What do
and
you
still
like to
work.
do? What do you like to do
I
besides
like
the
to
singing?
fish and hunt.
Okay.
do
yeah,
you?
yeah,
Yes.
that's what he loves.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, our son lives up in North Carolina, and there's a big lake up there, so I go up several times a year with him. And he also has a plot where we can deer hunt.
Oh, really?
So I go up
Okay.
several times a year with him.
He's a hunter.
Isn't that
Wayne
something?
is a hunter
I got
and a
him
fisherman.
started on hunting when he was 5 and 6 years old.
Okay.
And I mean, he's into it.
Well, that's
He really
good.
is.
He's
So he
into
leaves the office work to you and he goes hunting?
Yeah, well.
Well,
I'd
she
say
go-
you got that worked out pretty good, Wayne.
Well, it works out great because they live up near Boone, North Carolina, and they have our first 2 grandbabies, our little boys.
get
And
to
so
enjoy
I get
those.
to enjoy the
All
babies
right,
and the
now.
boys
Yeah.
while they go hunt or fish.
Yeah.
Well, we're loving talking to you, but it's
wanna
about
hear
time
you
to have
sing.
some singing.
Absolutely.
So would you take your mics and go and get in position over
Let's
there,
walk
and
right
we'll
over there.
introduce you, and then we're ready for you to sing. It is so good to have the Showers on here, isn't that something?
really,
I didn't get
is.
to talk to them this much, so I wanted to. We'll have to have them back, you know.
All right, let's do
Or
that.
you can have them out to the house.
All right, have him out the house, but I really would like to get around the piano and sing at least that one song that you guys were singing when we
Yeah,
came
you
in.
crossed his mind 1,000
Oh
times
my
today.
goodness, they
They
do
sing that on the road.
I
Isn't
know.
that, boy, it makes my heart smile. I'm so
I
glad.
know
Well, let's
it.
quit talking. Let's introduce them.
Let them sing.
Listen, would you help make welcome again to the singing set now, our wonderful friends from Columbia, South Carolina, the Shari. Let them know we love them.
I can't imagine
imagine how Jesus felt as he hung there on that old cross. I can't comprehend how it must have been to pay so great a cost for a world that never loved him. He died that day, echoing across Calvary's hill. I can almost hear him say, all the way, made up my mind. If I should grow weary, I'm gonna do to accomplish his plan. Come what may, I'm here to stay. I'm gonna make it all the way. So sometimes when I feel like I just can't handle anymore, I try to remember that burden he bore for me. He gave it all, so I'll answer his call, and in his will I will stay. I'm going all the way. I'm going all the way. I've made up my mind. If I should grow weary, my Father's strength I will find. I'm gonna do all I can to accomplish his plan. Come what may, I'm here to stay. I'm gonna make it all the way. Come what may, I'm here to stay. And I'm gonna make it, and you're gonna make it. We're all gonna make it all the way. I'm glad I'm saved.
I'm glad I'm saved.
I'm glad I'm free.
I'm glad I'm free.
I'm glad I'm covered by the blood of Calvary. I'm glad he broke me
Yes, he
from the
did.
miry clay.
From the miry clay.
I'm glad he washed my sin away. I'm glad I'm saved.
Glad I'm saved.
I'm glad I'm saved.
I'm glad I'm saved.
I'm glad I'm free.
I'm glad I'm free.
I'm glad I'm covered by the blood of Calvary. I'm glad he broke me
Yes, he
from the
did.
miry clay.
From the miry clay.
I'm glad he washed my sin away. I'm glad I'm saved.
Glad I'm saved.
In a world that's full of sin and full of trouble, we never know just what tomorrow's gonna bring. With all the bad news and the sorrow that surrounds me, it just makes me feel so glad of this one thing. I'm glad I'm saved.
I'm glad I'm saved.
I'm glad I'm free.
I'm glad I'm free.
I'm glad I'm
Covered by the blood
returns to call his church away. And when gravity turns loose of this old body, I'm gonna rise up shouting, I'm so glad I'm saved. I'm glad I'm saved.
I'm glad I'm saved.
I'm glad I'm free.
I'm glad I'm free.
I'm glad I'm covered by the blood of Calvary. I'm glad he brought me
Yes, he
from the
did.
miry clay.
From the miry clay.
I'm glad he washed my sin away. I'm glad I'm saved.
Glad I'm saved.
And sinners plunge beneath the flood, loose all their guilty stains, their guilty stains. I'm glad I'm saved. I'm glad I'm free.
I'm glad I'm free.
I'm glad I'm covered by the blood of Calvary. I'm glad he brought me
Yes, he
from the
did.
miry clay.
From the miry clay.
I'm glad he washed my sin away. I'm glad I'm saved.
Glad I'm saved.
I'm glad he brought me
Yes, he
from the
did.
miry clay.
From the miry clay.
I'm glad he washed my sin away. I'm glad I'm saved. I'm glad I'm saved. I'm glad I'm saved.
I'm glad I'm saved.
I'm glad I'm free.
I'm glad I'm free.
I'm glad I'm covered by the blood of Calvary. I'm glad he brought me
Yes, he
from the
did.
miry clay.
From the miry clay.
I'm glad he washed my sin away. I'm glad I'm saved.
Glad I'm saved.
I'm glad he brought me
Yes, he
from the
did.
miry clay.
From the miry clay.
I'm glad he washed my sin away. So glad he washed my sin away. I'm glad he washed my sin away. I'm glad I'm saved. I'm glad I'm saved.
Oh, wasn't that good?
That was so
Oh,
wonderful.
I'm telling you,
If
that's
that
my
don't
kind
get-
of singing.
If that don't get you up off the couch for some reason, you know, even if you have to go get you a drink of water,
I'm
that
telling
puts
you,
some
that'll put
life
some
into you.
that'll put some life into you. You pat
The
your foot, you clap
Sharis.
your hand, the showers. That was, of course, I enjoyed both songs, and the first one is so meaningful. Who wrote that one?
My
Actually,
goodness.
that was written by a Georgia girl right up not far from here.
that was
Jenna
good.
Boyd Byers.
And what that I'm
Nice,
glad I'm
okay.
saved. Where's that come from?
You know, I'm not sure.
That's
who
a-
wrote
I'm not
Old
sure who
song.
wrote that song.
Boy, I
It's
tell
an
you
older
what.
song,
Well, is
yeah.
it? Well, I'm
And
telling you, I
wanted
loved
us
it.
to
I
say,
almost
hey,
joined them.
Well, I know you do.
Well, you know,
I did too. You're pretty good at that anyway.
Oh, listen, when they get to singing that good old gospel, you know, I am, and I have to say, I am a Southern gospel man.
You are a fan of gospel music.
That's
Betty.
right.
know
I don't
that.
just sing it, I
wanted
go to the
say, hey,
concerts.
I wanted them to meet Rachel
Yes.
right up front and close and personal. Her name is not Shari now. It's Rachel Flowers.
And her husband is with the Diplomats.
Yes, sir. Well, he was. He's not anymore.
Not anymore. He was the drummer for the Diplomats.
Yes, sir.
And
Some of
so
our best friends are the Diplomats.
we love that bunch.
Rita.
Love him too.
And
I
you're
know.
expecting.
Yes, sir.
I'm
Got a
tell-
baby boy on the way.
Got a baby boy on the way.
Yes,
I'll tell
sir.
you what, be careful. Wayne will make a hunter out of him. I'll tell you, or a fisherman.
That's all right.
Rachel, you just can't believe how pretty you are, girl. I know. I don't want to embarrass you, but you are. Of course, you got pretty mom and daddy there. That's
Yeah.
exactly.
They make you look good, Wayne. They make you look good. We're so glad y'all came to be with us.
we're loving it.
Thank you so much. Now, you know, you can get this anywhere across the country. It's online. You can pick it up anywhere. So we get mail from distant places. That makes us smile. But you can get it easily anywhere across Alabama and Georgia and parts of Carolinas, you know. And it's carried in Greenville on the station there and in Augusta on the station there. Can y'all get any of those?
Actually, we can't get any of those stations.
She can
at
stream it.
home.
We can stream
Yes.
it. Yeah.
We
Yes.
can stream it, yes.
And
We work with both
Rachel
of those
doesn't have to
stations.
stream it. All she's got to do is get up,
That's because she lives right over here in Villa Rica.
she's a Georgia girl.
Georgia girl. Well, we're glad that you've been with us today, and we appreciate so very much you being here. We'd love to hear from you, and if you would like to go on a cruise with us, ask for a cruise brochure.
I'm telling
now,
you, you want to
before
do that.
y'all get too far away, sweetheart,
I want to give you the echoes of my heart, and I think you'll enjoy it. I'll give each one of you so you can keep it to also, Rachel. But I think you'll enjoy it. You'll find that It's a little bit of me in there.
And
I hope
another
it'll
little
bless
book
you.
that you can put at home or you can carry with you. This is one of my books, and this is Grace and Grit. And it's sort of like a daily devotion. You know, I tell stories, and then at the end of the story, there's a prayer usually. So we'd love to have you to have that. And before you get too far away, can I sign it? Can I put my name in it?
Absolutely.
Because we
Love
want
for
to
you
know that.
to.
All right, we love you. Thanks for viewing with us. We're so glad that you're with us. Remember our motto, take Christ as your partner and enjoy life.